Good evening, and thank you for joining me for the COVID-19 mini-series, Connecting Our Communities with Love, sponsored by the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs. For more information on the Institute, please contact www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org. My name is Nia Jones, and I'm your Nappy coach. The last couple of episodes, we had talked about metamorphosis. We've talked about breaking through the hard places and getting rid of the stinking thinking. This week, I want to talk about how do you use your wings? We've emerged from the shell, we're no longer caterpillars, and it's time for us to fly. Can you imagine the mindset of the caterpillar when he emerges from the shell and he has these big, beautiful wings? I can imagine that he's probably a little confused at first. Like, wait, before I got here, I crawled on 18 legs and I ate from my environment. But now I have these colorful wings, and even though they're beautiful, how do I use them? That's probably a lot like the human experience too. Because when you've let go of all the things that no longer serve you, and you come to a place where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, and you have to fly, it can be kind of confusing, right? Like, if you've never flown, what does flying feel like? If you've never had wings, how do you know how to use them? Practice makes perfect. I chose the butterfly for this mini series because I really feel like the butterfly speaks to me. I feel like I've been going through a metamorphosis of my own. I am an entrepreneur. 5 years ago, I started my own business. And I started my own business from a hard place. I was still in my chrysalis. I was still covered up in the stinking thinking. I was suffered from depression and anxiety. I was married. I was a mother of two. I just wanted to, but I knew that I had a calling on my life to emerge and to do something bigger than what I was doing. And I not only owed it to myself, but I owed it to my children to really take the time out to build a legacy for myself. But I was still in a hard place. I was still covered up from failures of past relationships, of growing up not feeling like I was worthy, of feeling like I didn't fit in anywhere I went, or like I was either too deep for here or not deep enough, or always wondering what people thought about me or what people had to say. And then in December, I decided to be a life coach. Because as a hairstylist, I was coaching people all the time. People sit in my chair and we share our secrets. We share our hopes, dreams, and aspirations. And I was able to help other people. And through helping other people, I was also able to heal myself a little bit. So I was like, if this is something that I'm doing every day anyway, I might as well get a certification for it. That was the break from the hard place. That was me discovering that I had these wings. And when I got my certification, it was this overjoyed heaviness because I knew that I had a big responsibility. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? And to whom much is given, also much more is required. So I stepped into this life coaching, and I really thought that it would be something that I would just add on to my services as I was behind the chair, and I would be able to still help people from there, and I really didn't have to go too many places, right, with these wings. boy, was I wrong. The fact that I did this mini series is me getting my wings. It's me learning how to use my wings. It's me accepting that I was supposed to fly. It's me looking in this camera and accepting that I am okay, just like I am. I understand that I may not be for everybody, but if I sit on my gift, that somebody else is not going to be able to walk in theirs. It's figuring out what the legacy is that I want to leave behind. It's being over the hard place. I can't go back to the hard place, and there's no more reason for me to harp on being in the hard place, because now I have wings. And it's been feeling kind of weird, right? Because much like the butterfly, my thought is like, you get these wings and he breaks from the shell. And it's like, so how do I use these wings? What the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs has taught me is that I'm enough, just as I am, in my own skin, just as I am. Like, it's something that I was meant to do. It's lives that I was meant to touch. And in the beginning, before life coaching, I thought, well, being a hairstylist should be enough. But it wasn't. I was still in the chrysalis, but I knew in my heart of hearts that I was supposed to be a butterfly. So I'm a natural hairstylist, and about 90% of my clients have locks, dreadlocks. And so, a lot like the metamorphosis of a butterfly, people go through a metamorphosis when they decide to lock their hair. People lock their hair for a couple of different reasons. They are tired of the maintenance of maintaining their hair the way it is. So they want something of low maintenance, or they're on a spiritual journey. You really don't find it's either one set or another. And usually the ones who are like, oh, I'm just tired of dealing with my hair in the state that it is, and I want to let it grow long, but I don't want it to be an afro. They don't realize that they're about to go on a spiritual journey. The first time I locked my hair, because I'm on my second set of locks now, the first time I locked my hair, I didn't know what I was in for, because I was in the hard place. I had just started, I hadn't even started beauty school yet. I was thinking about going to beauty school and trying to figure out what my niche was going to be, because I knew that I could not work in corporate America anymore. Being in corporate America was really, really hard for me, because I felt like I had to look like the status quo, and I don't. The status quo is not even my style. So I decided to go to beauty school. While in beauty school, I suffered from depression. I suffered from anxiety. I was just really trying to find my path. After beauty school was another lesson. But in my mind, I already knew that I was supposed to be a butterfly, but I was still a caterpillar, walking on 18 legs, trying to this and that, and soaking up things from all the different environments that I was in, but still not feeling that beauty, still not feeling worthy, not feeling capable. And then I started my own business. Well, again, heavy is the head that wears the crown, right? Because when I started my own business, I realized that it was a bigger responsibility. And I also realized that every client that came and sat in my chair, that I had a personal responsibility for them. And something happened. Like, being a hairstylist was a ministry, is a ministry, because your hairstylist is the person that you tell your hopes and dreams and your biggest secrets to, and you know that it's not going anywhere else but between you and that hairstylist. And so I've built these relationships with people. So because coaching is what I did behind the chair anyway, it was just always second nature to just be a life coach. But what does that mean? That was my wing. I didn't know how to use it. I was nervous about it because, oh my goodness, I have to fly now. I have to let other people see my beauty. See, for me, I am just now discovering my wings. This mini series, episode 1, 2, and 3, is me actually practicing on how to fly. When I was asked to participate and given this platform to speak, I was like so nervous. My anxiety was high, like, oh my gosh, what will people think? I have to be in front of a camera. What if I mispronounce something? What if people don't relate to what it is that I have to say? All of those things came through my mind. And for a second, I felt like I wasn't worthy. Like, well, why was I chosen? Why me? And then I heard Spirit say, why not? Why not you? And realizing that the longer I'm quiet, somebody else might miss what it is that they need to have in order to be able to propel themselves to the next level. And so I could not say no. Well, my master coach made it to where I wasn't going to be able to say no. But even with that being said, I wasn't going to be able to say no because it was time that I practiced using my wings. I'm done with the hard places. I'm no longer a caterpillar walking on 18 legs, trying to discover what my purpose is and what my vision is. I know that I am a healer. I know that I am a motivator. I know that I am a confidence builder. That's what I do every day behind the chair, because 85% of my clients have locks, and in the lock phase, it goes through several different phases while it's growing and trying to cultivate to decide what it actually is that it's going to do. And while I was in that space of locking my hair, certain things, as I would grow, certain things would come to me. And so I wasn't able to, you're not able to actually just sit on your gifts. And I knew my gift was bigger than just helping people transform with locks. I am a transformation coach. I'm a self-confidence coach. And that's a heavy crown for me to wear too, because I have to exude self-confidence. I have to exude self-love, and to call myself the nappy coach too, that is a major responsibility, because the word nappy has, in the African American community, it has had such a negative connotation to it. People mean nappy like, oh, it's kinky, it's ugly, it's unkept, right? I want to change that trajectory. To me, nappy means royalty. Nappy means original. Nappy means textured. Nappy means unapologetic. And I'm all of those things. It may have been a time where I wanted to shy away and I didn't want to be seen. And even today, every episode that you've seen me do these videos, I have emerged a little bit more each time because I'm required to. I'm required to be the best version of me, the best version of Nappy that I can possibly be, so that the world can see that it's okay. It's somebody else out there who wants to be Nappy too. And they might have some reservations about it. But if I never come out and say that it's okay, that I'm Nappy and I'm fine being Nappy and I'm unapologetic about being Nappy, somebody else might not live up to their own Nappy potential. I think it's okay to have a personality that's textured. I've had people say, "Oh, you're a little too deep." That's okay. I'm not for you. But it's somebody else out there who likes to dig below the surface and not just stay on the surface, and they want to get to the meat of a person's personality. That's who I am. That's nappiness. It's somebody else out there who wants to feel comfortable in their own skin and not have to wear makeup and put on airs and things of that all day. And that's okay. And if I do that, then they too will know that, oh my gosh, that's somebody who looks like me, and she didn't have any issues about it. Maybe I shouldn't have any issues too. The hardest thing when you're breaking free from the hard places and you're getting your wings is to look in the mirror and admire them. And I can say that I've gotten to a place where I can look in the mirror, and of course I have some imperfections and some things that I might want to change, but I'm really okay. I'm unapologetically being me, and I can always change those things because those are part of the growth process. But I already have these beautiful wings. I'm already flying. I'm already reaching people. I'm already changing lives. I'm already living the lifestyle of not just a life coach, but a nappy life coach. And I'm okay. I like these wings. I decided when I was in the hard places that I would not stay there. I don't belong in a shell. You don't belong in a shell either. You have to let go of the things that no longer serve you. And you have to step up and take your right to be unapologetically who you are. God made you with a purpose. And that purpose was not to stay in your hard place. God made you with a purpose to shine. You're a light. And the world can be such a dark and cold place. You're supposed to give light and let your heart warm someone up. And you can't do that if you're still second guessing about who you are and who you were meant to be. You have to practice using your wings. And everybody's practice looks different. So if it's standing in front of the mirror and affirming yourself and telling yourself, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am kind, I am love, I am light. Say it until you believe it. That's practicing using your wings. And if you tell yourself that enough when you go out into the world and you exuberate those things, you're healing other people. Practice using your wings. We're all beautiful butterflies, and we're all emerging from that cocoon. You don't have to walk on 18 legs anymore, sweetheart. You were meant to fly. So fly. And be okay with it. It's so many other things that you are going to discover, not just about you, but about the world. And you're going to touch so many lives, and people are going to see your beauty, and they're going to realize that because they see your beauty, that they're beautiful too. Unapologetically. Nappy. All day. It's a beautiful new space for me to be in. I want to thank the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs for giving me this platform. I could have never imagined that I would be in such a beautiful place in my spirit. And I hope that my episodes have given you some encouragement, and that I've given you some light, and I've given you some tools to heal so that you too can start to practice using your wings. If you need to get in touch with me, you can find me at thenappysanctuary.com, or I'm on Facebook under Nia Purpose Jones, the Nappy Coach. And I'm on Instagram as the Nappy Coach also. I want to thank you all, and if you are interested in the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs, please reach out to www.globalcoachentrepreneur.com, because I'm willing and ready to coach you. And if it's not me, it's another coach waiting for you. Thank you, and have a good night.
Talk